Section 2. Testing manually with Microsoft Test Manager. In this section, we will learn how to use Microsoft Test Manager. We will start with exploratory testing and continue by organizing recorded test cases into test suites and plans. We will replay the created test plan to find new bugs. We will track our progress for a test plan. We will explore what diagnostic data Microsoft Test Manager can collect for us. Exploratory testing. In this video, we will start using Microsoft Test Manager by doing some exploratory testing. We will start Microsoft Test Manager and connect it to our Team Services project. We will create a new test plan for the exploratory test session. We will record our testing process and report a bug. Microsoft Test Manager is a standalone application distributed together with Visual Studio 2017 Enterprise Edition. Before we can start using it, we need to connect it to our Team Services account. The one we are using in Visual Studio is already entered for us, but we can add another one if necessary. To connect to the account, we still need to authenticate with our Microsoft account. We can now see the projects and select one. To use Microsoft Test Manager, we need a test plan. If we don't have one already to select, we can create it directly from here. Now we can select it and continue. Finally, the Microsoft Test Manager interface has opened. Exploratory testing is completely ad hoc and doesn't require any planning in advance. We can immediately move on to Test tab. One of the functions here is Do Exploratory Testing. There are still a couple of options available. We could choose a work item from our project to link our exploration to, but we don't have any defined in our project. The drop-down on the Explore button allows us to select some more defaults for the bugs we will report. We will leave everything unchanged. Screen is now automatically split into two parts, with Microsoft Test Manager on the left and the application under test on the right, assuming it was already running in the background. We will pretend to test the default ASP.NET MVC web application. Once we're ready, we can click Start to enable recording of actions. Once we find an issue, we can take a screenshot and add a description. When we're ready, we can use the notes to create a bug. We still need to enter the title. A lot of other information is automatically filled in. Most importantly, our observations during testing and information about test environment. Depending on the application we test, steps to reproduce the issue in varying detail will be added to the repro steps field. We can still add or modify any information before finally saving everything. We could also create a corresponding test case to include in a future test plan. But we will only create the bug for now. Microsoft Test Manager then automatically switches back into recording mode to continue the exploratory testing. We could temporarily pause it, but we will end the testing for now. We can take one last look at our exploratory test session with all the bugs we reported, with our notes, and any attachments that were created in the process. We can still modify all the information here before we finally save it. All our past exploratory test sessions are listed on a separate tab. In this video, we tried out the exploratory testing feature of Microsoft Test Manager.